Продовжимо пригоди пісюнця в мірі Алана Вейка. Так. Квартири в парламентській вежі.
Who was writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Хуй с ним.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act. Like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something had soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget. Marking you. Taking you for a ride. Making you crazier.
Де це ми, бляха? А, це ми звідси починали, походу. Цікаво. З того місця, куди стрілочки показують, не можеш забрати. Таке.
The station had changed. I was closer now. Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape. The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Алло.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark Alice is stealing from you, it can already manifest as your double. Scratch will...
Wait, hello?
Якось не дуже це звучало обнадійливо. О, цікаво, якщо зараз піти до цього, до шерифа, там щось змінилось. Бляха. Так. Ага, нам туди. Ні. Чо нового? Да. Говнарь. О, бля, чё это? Раз. Где там еще один? Не? Все, походу. Мудила. А, чего вы нас ждали? Вот сюда.
maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
Цинь. Не вистачало лише тієї музички. Ёпта, твою мать. Мара.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Я додав собі інфарктів. Ще трошки і серія буде закінчуватись скорою помощью. Допомогою. Курво. А де зброя? Ага, понятно, тут без зброї.
Alice! Alice!
Жінко, не кричи, будь ласка. Посуд побила чи що? Тортик викинула.
Alice. This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her? This is the door to my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
Ну да, він якось не вписується в дизайн цей символ.
Alice's video camera. No memory card inside.
Video art doc on screen smult. Focal point. In the dark place.
Alice's memory card.
Щось холодоса у вас нема. Як ви тут без холодоса то?
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong.
Блок це у художників, типа, замість Burnout, у них своя приколюха, типа.
Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes.
Типа, мислі ступоряться, і вони не можуть, ну, правильно, у тебе, коли, що б ти не подумав, воно просто впирається в якусь фігню.
6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Ой, так я неправильно сказав, не в художників, типа, а в письменників, типа, блок. Типа, в них ступоряться думки, там якось так воно описується, що, типа, ідеї не рождаються, бо воно, типа, наче закінчився, знаєш, як з банки все вилило і все. Оце, типа, блоком називається, здається. Хоча, скоріш за все, це той же Burnout.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looked me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing it.
Рейч написав повернення. Ха. О, музичка.
Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. Some say that it lives forever, this road that I lose you on every time. Some say that it lives forever, this road. I can see you there, but you don't see me anywhere. I'm right in front of you, I'm right here on this long winding road. What are you looking at? Is it your face on a pane of glass? 'Cause somehow this window becomes a trap on this winding road. Will it ever let me go? Forever I am fading to black. Forever I am circling back, just to fall into this trap, this winding road.
Таких трохи чудернацьких танців. Минутка пройшла. Продовжимо кріпоту. О, повернулись до саги. Має бути менше скрімерів. Більше детектива, здається. Якщо я правильно зрозумів, як вони їх поділили.
Okay, let's recap what you've told us so far, Ellen. For the past 13 years, you've been trapped in a nightmare dimension called the Dark Place.
Yeah.
It's like New York, but it's not New York. And can be reached from the bottom of Cauldron Lake, but it's not really under the lake. And after all this time, you've managed to get out.
Yeah, yeah.
But so has your evil doppelganger. Mr. Scratch? Or is it the Dark Presence?
Both. It's interchangeable. He's Scratch when he looks like me, but he can change into this other form.
And Scratch, the Dark Presence, wants to rewrite the world in his own image.
Which would be in your image, as he looks just like you.
And turn the world into a fucking nightmare.
During Deerfest, which is scheduled to take place in a couple of days. You got out of the Dark Place by writing a novel, the pages we've been finding. But your double edited it into a horror story that's now changing reality, taking over people,
Yeah.
making them crazy, bringing the Dark Place to Bright Falls.
Yes, fiction coming in contact with the dark place can change reality. The story is coming true, soaking into everything like darkness when night falls. But last time
This will be back in 2010.
Yes, last time it didn't happen all at once. The story came true bit by bit as it unfolded. And that dark presence was still bound to the lake. I stopped it before it got the ending it wanted. Before it broke free. Based on that, there's still time.
Which brings us to your magical light switch.
The clicker. Magical doesn't quite cover it. Scratch wants it to bring about his ending. That can't happen. If I can get the clicker, I can send him back to the dark place, make all this shit go away. Look, I know it's batshit crazy. My memory is full of holes, and I'm not sure how much I can trust. It's like a half-forgotten dream.
Я не можу з того, як вони одночасно п'ють, це просто піздець.
Mr. Wake. Alan.
Це, мабуть, вони один і
We've
є
seen our
персонаж,
share of
може?
batshit crazy in the past 24 hours. What I want to know is, why am I? Why are we written into the story?
I think I saw you.
Але це так стильно.
A vision
Як
of
оці
you
великі
in
букви
the dark place.
в назвах левелів.
I think you helped me reach out and escape somehow. With that in the story, Scratch would have edited it to get to you. To hurt you. We are all in danger.
It's insane. And there's so much of it. Wake just gave us a lot of information. But this clicker seems like a good place to start. If we find that, then we find the cult.
Де клікер? Відчуваю себе этим Бетменом, который допитує Джокера чисто. Где детонатор? Сука. Що воно? Ого. Історія.
The pages we've been finding are from a horror story called Return, written by Alan Wake. And the contents of this book are coming true. Why couldn't it have been a romance?
Як історія змінює реальність, які правила, пітьма. Все, що написано в пітьмі, стає реальністю. В пітьмі існує щось, називають темними силами. А. О, у нас там своя вже почалась эта пітьма. Навіть через наушники чутно, як виє. Ех.
Have you ever heard of the Cult of the Tree?
Creepy bunch. In the habit of wearing deer masks, performing murder rituals, victims turning into monsters possessed by darkness. Possibly inspired by a horror story written by a certain author.
Да,
Ringing
буду.
bells?
Cult. Yes. Yes. They have the clicker.
If the cult has the clicker, does that make them Scratch's followers? How are you so certain they even have the clicker?
They could be working for Scratch. I don't remember. It's all confused.
Alan, if I'm gonna act on this information, you need to be honest with me.
Yeah, of course.
Is he confused? Or is he hiding something?
Біда.
Wake said the cult has the clicker. How does he know?
The writer is the reader. The next chapter, the next chapter, the next chapter. Keep the pages safe, the dark shining of the words.
Wake is hiding pages. That's how he knows the cult has the clicker.
От хитрець.
Wake has a double. Mr. Scratch. Where is he now?
A cloud of wrath wears my face. The dark place in your place. Scratching out my body of work.
Scratch is here. In Washington. He's hunting Wake. Scratch looks just like Wake. Why?
Don't wake up the dreamer if your life is a dream. I swam to the shore, but the water is rising.
Wake and Scratch are clearly connected. Maybe Scratch got out because Wake did. Or vice versa. Okay, Mr. Wake. I know you have more pages of the manuscript on you.
You don't understand how vital these pages are. They're the only way I can know what's coming.
You're not the only one trying to solve this. This is our job.
Okay. Here. Now, this is all I have. Be careful with them. Inside the trailer, at the outskirts of Watery, Saga had seen Wake's fabled clicker for the first time, in the hands of the Cult of the Tree. A cultist stared at her. She drew her weapon.
You were a handsome deer. The cult of the tree has the clicker Wake told me about. They're a part of all this. It's all on the page. The clicker, the cult. Okay, I'll head to Watery and find this trailer. Casey, you stay here and keep an eye on Mr. Wake.
Got it.
No, you need me there.
No dice, pal. This is an FBI investigation, and I don't see a badge on that flannel.
Бляха, через відро. О, прикольно, може самому, типа.
Escape. A dark presence had stopped me. I had seen the title page of another manuscript. Return. I didn't remember writing it, but it felt familiar. Important. I had to find it. Initiation to reach Parliament Tower using another murder site. Scratch was reaching out from the dark place to get Alice. She was out. Still in danger. I was back, and I hadn't forgotten. I knew how this worked now. I could take control, no more surprises.
What demons he wrestles with in the dark hours of the night. Together with our house band, the divine old god of Asgard, something special. The song is called Herald of Darkness, and I'd like to call this next section the story of the journey of Alan Wake, the musical. Just do what we always do. We'll chat, but instead of talking, we'll sing it.
Я думаю, повернемось до Саги. Мені чогось хочеться там більше пограти.
A yarn puppet monstrosity.
Stuffed moose and squirrels one.
No, thank you. Those beady dead marble eyes still give me nightmares.
Hello, and welcome to Coffee World, voted Washington's best coffee-themed amusement park.
All of our attractions are family-friendly and available to children of all ages. Just like our coffee.
So, take a sip of our Oh Dear Diner organic coffee and let the adventure begin! Hold on for dear life on the Espresso Express! Oh! Soak in some local history at the Huatari Well, where two serial killers once hid the disemboweled bodies of their murder victims.
It's not haunted. No. Come join Mocha Moose and the goats at our amusement park petting zoo.
Just don't share your coffee with the goats. Seriously, stop feeding our goats coffee.
Seriously, it's not amusing.
Take in amazing views from the Slow Roaster Ferris wheel.
I can almost see the Watery Lighthouse trailer park.
This is so much fun. And finish off at our beautiful gift shop where seniors and children under 10 receive a 9% discount on keychains and propane tanks. Welcome to Coffee World. We guarantee you'll jaw a great time.
This is the third time I've requested something be done about the TV in my room. It keeps going on by itself. It's keeping me awake.
Welcome
all
back, and
night.
boy, do we have some breaking news that's sure to knock your socks off. Davis Family Beef Jerky will now be available at the Sunday Market in 3 delicious flavors.
Hello?
Оце я вдало зайшов за 2 айтімі, страничками. Що ти робиш?
It's not opening.
Tammy tapped her pen on her notebook. Alan Wake had ridden this same ferry into town when he arrived. This was his entry into Bright Falls. His first steps across the threshold. She wrote that down. She always found it helpful to walk in the victim's shoes, do what they did, see what they saw. It added great color to the book. Tammy felt raindrops on her face. God, again? She pulled up her hood. The rain just kept coming. She missed New York. So far, this hadn't been the simple research trip she pictured. First the incident at the lake, then the fight with Ed. It's not surprising tempers got hot. They were both on edge after what had happened. Tammy had said some things she regretted. She looked out over the harbor. A chill passed through her. She hoped Ed wouldn't do anything stupid.
Що там за нові розмови було? Nice dance. Nice moves. Oh.
You wrote these pages in the dark place. So why are we finding them here?
I think I wrote them up. I remember writing an endless amount of pages, but when this happened before, the pages were being sent from the dark place to help me. Maybe the same thing is happening here.
That's all for now, Mr. Wake. Thank you for your cooperation.
А от. Здається, я кудись не туди поїхав. Ну ладно. А чого? Воно якось без звуку. Таке відчуття, що ця штука була зачинена.
Anderson, I didn't want to say this in front of Wake, but are you sure this is a good idea? Going on your own?
Assuming we believe the page, I need to check this out. We need to find the cult. Anyone we meet here could be a member. And this Scratch guy.
The evil doppelganger? Must be true, or else this guy can't write for shit.
The quality of his writing aside, if this page turns out to be true like the rest have, this could be a breakthrough. We might solve this thing before backup even arrives.
Yeah, but they're taking their time, so just be careful out there. Meanwhile, I think me and Wake will have a chat. Maybe I can shake something loose.
Okay. But remember what happened with the salt shaker?
Yeah, real funny.
The page placed me in a trailer, somewhere in Watery. I should ask around.
Hey, what did you used to say your dream job was as a kid? I bet it wasn't dock worker.
I don't know about all that. But idle hands are the devil's playground. So, well, us fishing types appreciate you all at least.
Ця бачка пропала в когось.
The flooding is even worse here. More like underwatery. I'll have to tell Casey that one later.
Hey, where's the
time gone. There's just a wretched husk of what used to be.
Watery's definitely quaint.
Good to see you.
І тобі доброго дня.
I bet they have good fish here.
Oh, you rascal. What have you been up to this time around? There's only so many times I can keep fixing the same hole.
Mayor Seta will stand up for justice.
A vote for Mayor Setter is a vote for everyone.
Я прям звідси чую, як співає Яхті.
Okay then. Catchy tune. Excuse me. Do you know where... Hush! Auntie in the middle of the show. I wonder if I'm the first FBI agent to ever get shushed. Such a shame.
Цікаво, він десь зупиняється? Ладно, сьогодні на цьому і завершимо серію. Наступні підемо далі шукати пригод.